We have got a surprise for you guys today, because today we're gonna start something that hadn't been started in 10 years. Now let me tell you a story. About 6 months ago, I took and bought a tractor for pretty much scrap value. I was told when I bought it that it run 10 years ago and it's been sitting ever since. This tractor is a 1980s Polaris 510. I don't know much about Polarises. I'm pretty stupid when it comes to them. I do know that they were made in Eastern Europe, I believe. It's got a loader on the front of it. It's, I think, a 65, 70 horsepower tractor, but we're gonna go and we're gonna see if we can get that tractor started today. It's been sitting out there in Weston Scrapyard for the last 6 months. I have not had time to do it, but I figured if I'm gonna get it started, I might as well bring you guys with me. There she is. That right there is a Polaris 510 tractor. 2-wheel drive, it's got the loader on the front. And you know, I didn't have to give a whole lot for this tractor. We haven't done really nothing with it yet. It's just kind of been sitting here waiting for a little bit better weather and me to get motivated enough to do it. But I think old Dom's gonna come over here in a little bit. We're gonna try to get her started. This will be a really nice tractor. We're gonna have to put a little bit of work into it. The wiring system's probably gonna have to be gone through. Fuel system's probably got bad fuel in it from sitting for so long. I really like to have this tractor to brush hog with and things like that. It might even roll a little bit more coal than my Kubota. Who knows? Let's get after it. Is the clutch free? Clutch is free? Is it, well, does the gear shift move? You see a dipstick over there?
What year is this?
Old? I think it's an 80s. Dom, do you have faith that we can make it run?
Oh yeah, sure.
I think so too. You want to see if there's any antifreeze in it or any water?
Where do I check that?
Well, that place where there's supposed to be a radiator cap. Get up there, Dom! That's as far up as it goes. I think you pulled out a cobweb.
Sam did too. I'd say no, she doesn't.
Well, we won't let it run very long then. It smells like turpentine. It smells like one day there was supposed to be something in there that was diesel. Has it got an exhaust? No.
Huh?
It doesn't. Come here, air cleaner. Get out of there. We don't need clean air in you. Ugh. Get out of there. Oh. Okay. I think that's how that's supposed to work. I don't think so, actually. Look at that. Straight pipe exhaust, baby. Well, that's actually a bent pipe exhaust. Do you see a dipstick?
Oh, right here.
Oh.
Oh, sludge.
Let me see it. Let me see a dipstick. Dipstick. Oh, it's a little sludgy. But it's been sitting for 10 years. What do you expect? And I've got 2 batteries sitting on the back of my truck, and I don't know if that'll be enough. One of them's kind of a small battery, so I got my 2 jump packs as well. This runs on just a 12-volt system. It's not 24-volt. I do remember that because I remember everybody told us it was 24, and then we ended up looking at it, and before we messed it up, it was a 12-volt system where the 2 batteries run in parallel.
Well, my problem here is I'm positive. Got a wire here. Got a wire here. But as you can see, there ain't no negative.
Well, that's gonna take some Westonizing. Don't worry, we got that figured out. What do you think of your new tractor? All right, take her tractor started. Still turns over. I say we put the other jump pack on and she'll start.
It's gonna be where we're gonna hook that one. That's, and we'll hook it right.
Now guys, this is how you do this. We got a jump pack to a battery to some jumper cables that run over to red, and then we got another jump pack up here hooked directly to the starter. All right, get over there on that side. It'll run though. It will run. I got faith in it. Hold on, don't get almost done it. Almost.
It's like brand new.
It is like brand new. A little bit of paint, a little bit of wiring, a whole lot of love, and just a little bit of tender love and care, and she'll be back up and running again. I get so excited. Open.
I think she'll run. I got faith in her.
All right, give her a shot in there. That's good. And the closest thing I could find was a thing of brake clean to stuff over the intake. Oh, I think I got cancer now. My God.
My hand was right here and I just felt shit hitting me in the face.
Why do you put your hand over the exhaust to everything we start?
No, I didn't put it. I was getting it right here where you can see it. And shit just came out of here and hit me in the face and I ran off. I got it on camera though.
Woo. Well guys, it runs. We sent an Indian smoke signal. Every Indian in all the Midwest is gonna know we got this Polaris running. Holy cow. And I was gonna grab a rag, and then I'm like, no, it's gonna suck that rag right down the intake. So I grabbed that bottle of brake clean. Oh. Okay.
Bad.
Okay, besides for it running away, it's like brand new. Time out. Now, as you guys can see, that tractor went to full throttle as soon as it started up. And I was over there messing around with the injection pump and that was doing nothing. The throttle was not responding. I could not get the tractor to shut off. So I run around there to the intake side, was trying to find something to block the intake, and I finally found a can of brake fluid that I stuffed over the intake, cut off its air, and that's when it finally shut off. That was day one. We had to run and do some errands, and Dom got tied up, so we're gonna roll you into the second day. We took apart the injection pump, and, well, you know what? Just watch it for yourself. All right, guys, so basically, as you saw, we tried to catch the tractor on fire yesterday. We didn't do quite a good enough job, so we're back today. We're gonna get it done today. You wanna open the hood? Pull the hood open. There it goes. Long story short, we got to run. As soon as it would start, it would go to full throttle. I done a little bit of research on this last night, and I guess basically, you can see where that throttle cable goes into the side of the pump. I guess there is a rack that goes down to inside the injection pump that gets frozen up. So we should be able to take off the top of that injection pump and look down in there, and we'll probably have to pour some tranny fluid in there, let it free itself up, and then we'll work it back and forth a little bit, and that should free ourselves up. Down to the tools. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. What, Garrett? All right, we got all the bolts out of this upper inspection plate on this. Yeah. That donkey was gonna get it. Oh, not me. There we go. All right. It looks all right in there. Not bad, not bad. Basically how this works is, see, if I pull back on this governor, it pulls on that spring, which is supposed to push this forward, which just is your actual throttle valve right in here. This is your governor spring and everything like that, keep it from over revving. And this here goes down and actuates how big a hole is in the injector spring to push fuel up here to these injectors. So basically, as you can see, that thing, it froze up hard. Let's try working this back and forth a little bit.
We got her fixed.
We've got her fixed. It's gonna run today. I've got faith in it. Oh, there, it's moving like butter now.
It's like brand new.
No, look at that. Yep. See, we've freed her. See? See how it goes to all the way off there?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, cool. Guys, so basically our problem was this right here is our throttle inside the injection pump, and that was froze right there at full throttle. Now we've got it where it moves with the throttle on the outside with the governor spring and everything. We've got it freed up. I sprayed some PB Blaster in there. All right, guys, now here's our professional fuel system. We've got us a gas can filled with diesel, of course, because if anybody steals our gas can, we want them to put diesel in their car. So that is our fuel system, and it is now installed. So we'll take our ground, stuff it in here, take our positive. This is a wire coming from. So basically all we gotta do now is bleed our fuel system, get all the air out of the system, because diesels do not like to run on air, especially in the fuel system. Basically we'll take and fire up this pump, pre-fill all the filters and everything on it, get fuel up to the injector lines, and hopefully this time when we start it, it won't run away. Ready?
Yep.
Don't do this. I shut it off there. It's free. Let's see if it'll start back up on its own. And then we can shut it off too. That's brilliant. That seemed like a cake or something. All right, I'm gonna try this, all right? Okay. See if the PTO's spinning on the back. It's spinning. All this system's just kind of jerry-rigged up at the moment because I've never heard this tractor run. They said it's set for 10 years. You know, the rear end could be locked up, the clutch could be out. There's so many things. Now, I was told the hydraulic pump is shot in it, so that's something we'll have to deal with, but I at least wanted to get it running and see how the engine ran before I start doing a whole bunch of work to it. This is just an all temporary system, so all you safety Sally's like, oh no, he's got a jerry can for a fuel tank. No, I'm gonna fix the fuel tank, don't worry. This is all temporary. Well, as you saw, today was a success. We got her started, we got her running. Don't pay no attention on how we done it, but we got it done. Anyway, I've got to get some parts for the fuel system. We had it running off that jerry can, and you know, I kind of like to do things a little bit better than that. If I'm going to start moving it around, I don't want that jerry can falling over or something. So we're going to try to hook up the fuel tank. We drained out the fuel that was in it, which looked awful. And we actually broke a fitting going onto the bottom of the fuel tank when we was doing that. So we need to figure out what we need to do that way. So I need to get some parts for this tractor. I think we're just going to end it here. But if you guys like these tractor videos, make sure you smash that like button, and we'll definitely get the old Blair's running. She's going to be a coal rolling, grass mowing, 20-mile-an-hour speed demon machine. They can also lift